Fight.
Well, the bad blood between these two former Grand Valley State wrestlers is very real. There is respect, certainly Ferguson respecting Lee for signing on the dotted line when, in his opinion, others weren't willing to do so, but they do not like each other.
Right hand over the top right there for Tony that connected.
We've seen Tony Ferguson deal with some real bad rounds. The Edson Barboza round coming back and ended up submitting him to win the fight. So Kevin Lee needs to stay the course. He's got to be focused as the fight goes on because Ferguson never gives up on himself.
It was a good high kick there for Ferguson in the forearms of Kevin Lee. You don't want to take too many of those there.
Ferguson, a guy, though, you need to separate from consciousness, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you need to put him to sleep somehow.
Much like Evan Dunham we saw earlier. It was just zero quick from Tony Ferguson.
Nice jab by
Changing
Kevin
jab,
Lee.
both men.
Tony really leaves his chin up in the air when he's throwing punches, man.
Yeah, he really does.
Yeah. He's got to be very careful.
Well, he's so offensive-minded and so confident in his ability to absorb a shot, he's almost inviting his opponent to hit him.
Lee just out of range with that right hand.
Lee's doing a good job of trying to stay. Trying to stay the course, not trying to play into the game when Tony starts to roll his arm at him.
Good kick to the body there from Kevin, but he fell down with it.
Those jabs are landing now. Oh, nice brawl.
Good kick
Nice
to the
body kick. Yes.
Dewey Cooper's got to like what he's seen in terms of Kevin Lee striking here tonight as we approach the 3-minute mark in round 2 of a possible fight.
Well, Kevin certainly has a much more classic stance, holds his hands up high and very good defensively, whereas Tony is just so weird and unorthodox in his movements.
Nice 1-2 there from El Cucuy.
And you see why Kevin Lee was so heavy. Look at how much he's filled out by fight night. Because if you get small, as Tony Ferguson was small, he doesn't look as big right now as Kevin Lee, as thick.
And we'll see what happens if this fight goes into the third, fourth, and fifth rounds.
Right. Yeah.
Because that's a big drain on your
It's a
body.
big weight cut, man.
It is hard to simulate the octagon, though, and even though Ferguson has a decided edge in terms of the high-level experience, Kevin Lee's fought 3 times since Ferguson last competed. He's been very active.
Kevin's doing a good job of countering, but Tony's really finding his range now with the jab and then the lead right hand.
And then if that is a staph infection on Kevin's chest, and we think it is, how much is that draining?
Oh, it gets you tired because either you're taking antibiotics or you're doing nothing, but it is a sickness. You know, so it will drain you. You will get tired.
Oh, stepped into the elbow.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That's what you have to watch when you're fighting Tony Ferguson. You don't know what's coming. You think punch, here comes elbow.
And things are coming from weird angles. He keeps his hands
now
down.
He's talking to him. They're both talking.
Yeah, well, Tony started it and Kevin landed hard.
It said, yeah, what's up?
Oh, look at that.
Big right
nice.
hand. Tony Ferguson has a chin on him.
There's some blood coming out of the nose of Kevin Lee.
Yeah, I think it was from that elbow. 1 minute now to go in round 2. Significant strikes in round 2. Advantage El Cucuy.
If you're Kevin Lee, you can't allow Ferguson to get too comfortable the way he starts really freestyling and having fun. Because that's when he's at his best. When he's just playing.
Good kick to the body by Kevin.
So you might think talking trash is good, you know, but this guy's comfortable there. He's comfortable playing around. That's why it always looks like he's breakdancing and stuff.
Yeah. Is this a Rambo?
Wizard by Ferguson to get out.
A lot of energy and a big deep breath.
Kevin's starting to breathe heavy.
And
pretty early.
Tony Ferguson is very patient.
You know, you watch him at the weigh-in, and Kevin was very emotional. You know, you wonder if that plays a part too in the fatigue as the fight goes on.
Nice kick to the body.
Herb Dean wisely gets in there quickly at the end of the round.
Sit down. Mouthpiece. Breathing. Mouthpiece. You're looking good, man. Hey, take some deep breaths. Breathe through your mouth. Nice big deep breaths in through your mouth. That's it. Hey, feel. Okay. Nice straight punches. Don't wind up. Yeah. Take your time, but you're setting one punch at a time.
Hey, Kevin, we need combination punches. Slow, speed, power, okay? Combination punches, okay? Yeah. Just not let him coerce you into his base, okay? Stay on your own rhythm, champ.
You ready for a sit?
Yes, sir.
Keep your hands up. Watch the takedown. He's flat-footed and slow. He's flat-footed and slow. Watch the takedown.
The unauthorized reproduction or distribution of this copyright work is illegal and punishable under law. So, Joe, a tale of two corners. Tony Ferguson on his feet talking trash. Kevin Lee on the other side.
Tony's pointing to him. He's saying, "This is my round, not yours. My round." Kevin Lee said in between rounds that he's feeling tired.
It's too early in a 5-round fight with a guy like Tony Ferguson to start feeling the fatigue.
And Tony Ferguson is a patient wolf.
Even if you go up 2-0, big double leg level change by Lee.
Don't grab the fence.
He just grabbed the fence.
Hey.
Takedown by Lee.
Big takedown. A lot of effort though. If Tony survives this and he can move back to his feet.
That was a big takedown. Took a lot of energy and effort. He needs to keep Ferguson down for a while so he can try to regain a little bit of energy that he used to get that takedown. And if you're Kevin Lee, you really do want to be in the top position as you dominated that position in the first round.
Tony is sliding that left knee up high, and that will serve to prevent Kevin from being able to get real leverage down on his shots. He's making some space in between the two of them and putting a blockade up. See how he's using that left knee? He's got that foot on the hip now as well. And he's going to eventually push him off. He's going to wait. There it is.
There's frustration in that too, right? Because you did get that takedown, and now he's back up on his feet.
And now you're tired.
Back in your face.
And he was tired at the beginning of this round. How tired is he now?
Well, clearly it's a wrestling approach here. Perhaps feels like that'll help preserve the cardio for the championship rounds if we get there.
Tony's starting to walk him down.
Yes. Kevin Lee has to make Tony respect him, back him off of him. He's got to do something to back Tony Ferguson off of him right now.
Or if he gets a takedown, he's got to do some real damage.
Yeah.
He's got to hold him down and do some real damage.
Advanced position. But you're starting to see the fatigue set a little bit for Kevin Lee.
But Tony's giving him a chance here to recover.
Ferguson advancing 42%, 18% for Kevin Lee. But you're right, Lee getting some sort of here in this round. Well, don't miss a complete recap of all the action from UFC 216. Our post-fight show tonight is on FS2 immediately following our main event. It also streams live on Fox Sports Go.